take, but praise that lies corrodes the spine. Rock six in one stream at a time. I stay sharp, the fracture's real. Truth cuts deep, it's fed in heels. If I'm loud, it's not for show. It's the only way I let them know. Just lights the fire. Welcome to the ship. Oh, yeah. I did my time and I want out. So a booster fade, it doesn't cut. The soul is not so vibrant. The reckoning, the sickening, packaging subversion. Pseudo-sacrosanct perversion. Go drug your deserts, go dig your graves. Then fill your mouth with all the money you will save. Sickening, getting smaller again. I'm done, it has begun. I'm not the only one, and the rain will kill us all. Throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the martyr in me. Psychosocial, 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 psychosocial. Oh, there are cracks in the road we lay, but where the temple fell, the secrets have gone mad. This is nothing new, but when we killed it all, the hate was all we had. Who needs another mess? We could start over. Just look me in the eyes and say I'm wrong. Now there's only emptiness and a mess is heaven. I think we're done, I'm not the only one, and the rain will kill us all. Throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the modern remains. Psychosocial, 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 psychosocial. Then the limits of the dead, the limits of the dead, the limits of the dead, the limits of the dead. Wicked like fascist lie. I tried to tell you what psychosocial. More hearts are giving out. Psychosocial can't stop the season idea. Psychosocial is something season. Since it's what you want. Psychosocial, I'm not the only one, and the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. The limits of the dead, 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 the limits of the dead. Fake anti-fascist lie. Psychosocial. I tried to tell you, but psychosocial. Your hearts are giving out. Psychosocial. It's a killing idea. Psychosocial. It's hunting season. Psychosocial. That's what you want. Psychosocial. I'm not the only one, and the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the model in me. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the model in me. The limits of the dead, the limits of the dead.
What's going on? Right, we're here. Barely. Oh. Don't know if we're quite done with the PRP. And thanks to everyone who's had a decent response to the LMD video. There's a couple other ones out there that have got much more views and I think have missed the point. Still coughing my guts up too. For a while now they are locked. I might have blocked you, Jack. I'll have to have a look into it, mate. Of course, we just fucked the sound. I'm just trying to fix this, the chat from the A-League. That's mad. Who? Please don't disconnect me. Please don't disconnect me. But it probably will. Probably will, being the host and all. No, sweet. What's going on, Sparrow? How are you, man? Right. Clayton Taylor, Newcastle Jets. Well, Jets have won everything at the moment. One of the better sides. And I've seen about McGree too. He's officially ruled out, so that does suck. But yeah, how shit is it, Steve? The fucking Heidelberg story, bro. They got shafted. Genuinely, I didn't even know, too, that they'd gotten approval, like, either through Victory or City to play at Amy Park, too. Like, makes no sense, man.
Yeah, we need to get some heat into the tyres before you start to go for a fast lap. No time set. We're starting at the back of the grid. It's going to be a long race.
No, it's not, Dave. But yeah, probably tomorrow I'm going to go through all the LMD cars on like a simple track like this or Daytona. Probably this, maybe Daytona. Either or. But I'll go through each LMD, base, default, and then do their suspension and shit. This still isn't the perfect suspension either because I don't have any of the spring rate stuff matching what it's meant to. Yeah, it's a joke how they replaced him with Victory, bro. And like, I go for Victory. Hey, the time remaining's up. Hey. What's going on there? It's back. It's back.
Let's get a good launch and overtake some cars. You can do it.
Still no timer here, but who was that? See ya. Yeah, it's a mad ground. It is. It is. It's a proper non-league ground. I used to walk by there every day, bro. I lived on the other side of the park that it's next to. And then on the other side of the park was like the biggest shopping centre in that area. You used to have to walk to there to catch a bus from there to go into the city. Used to walk through it every day. Twice a day. And then, like I said, there's proper history there too, because Olympic Village, like, it was the place where not the place where, but part of the Melbourne Games in '56 were there. I haven't had a jump start yet, mate. I've missed a few and bogged the car down, but I haven't had a jump start yet. Not once. Yeah, there's a bit of history there, but it's ghetto as fuck, Steve. Like, seriously, Heidelberg is one of the most ghetto suburbs in the north. Like, even when I was living out there, it was commission, townhouse. They actually looked a lot like English style, 2-story, 3-bedroom, all packed in like sardines next to each other. Cheap though, and good people. Also really easy to get weed around there. Like, every second, third dude had weed. Good old Heidelberg. Fucking nearly 20 years ago too. Yeah, rough as fuck. It's ghetto as, Steve. Like, it's rough, bro. There's a big uni out there. I feel sorry for any of those cunts because they have to catch like a main bus line all the way out from the city, all the way out there, and it's just feral central, like. But they're rough, bro, like ghetto. Like, I came from Broady, and I'd argue Heidelberg's rougher than Broadmeadows. And Broady's a shithole.
They're slapping classmate.
Interesting. We lose a couple of subs as soon as we go live. I've noticed this. It's like they hear me in my videos, and then I'm live, and they're like, "Oh, this guy's a fuckwit." Because, like, I know I'm picking up a few subs because of that video, and then at the same time, I'm losing them again. horrible. Way too late. Ah! Ah! Can't do it in third. Too high. And Heidelberg was northeast as well. Yeah, very ghetto, bro. It's very blue chip, rough, crime. Yeah, it does. Nah, it does. The amount of times, too, that I have to open someone's stream before it loads the chat. Like, if it's playing an ad, it won't load the chat, and I'll, like, exit out, open it, exit out, open, and it just won't load the chat. The amount of times I've, like, deleted and re-updated. Oh, YouTube app on the phone is a piece of shit. Can't even make shorts at the moment. The sound, too, happens a lot, where you'll be watching it, there'll be no sound at all, like now at the game sound. Why the fuck is it already doing it to me heaps today? Literally done nothing on the PC. Fuck me. I am so done with this PC. Literally turned it on like 2 hours ago. Sat there doing nothing. It was fine. It streamed for like 10 minutes on the starting soon thing. And then as soon as it's gameplay, keeps dropping the sound out. Piece of fucking shit. Yeah, stuff like that in Heidelberg too. They love their footy out there too. It's like one escape for a lot of them. I remember a few of the kids that I knew when I was out there. That was their goal. Football. Like Aussie rules football. Finally. Oh. The Lambo is still very, very temperamental. Still very prone to locking up. And the front end doesn't feel as confident as the rest of them. Was always my favorite. First one I kind of got a handle on. But it still seems to have oversteer problems. Jesus Christ. That's horrible. Got to figure out the fucking recharge too. Whatever's going on with it, because when I used to only ever keep it on safe. I wouldn't run out of battery. Like permanently run out of battery. Every single fucking car permanently runs out of battery now. Even when you're on safe. And when you're on safe, it's not meant to. So there's something seriously wrong with the ECU, the boost, however it does it. Doesn't recharge fast enough, or at all, and it depletes it way too quick. And then the car still seems to go really fast. I noticed it at Daytona with the AI. I tried racing the AI, and when I ran out of boost really quickly, and they kept going fine. Like, and it was really, really noticeable in top speed. Heading into the bus stop, coming around the speedway. I tried it twice, 2 or 3 different settings. When I was capturing some of the footage for the video I put together. But I left it there and then because I couldn't be arsed dealing with it. But I should have noted it. There's definitely something up with the batteries. Because, yeah, it's on safe. It's on safe mode. Like, it's only meant to use up to 50 kilowatts and recharge up to 60. So recharge more than it uses. And it's depleted. And it's not getting over 300 kilometer an hour. But I've never understood the battery stuff, hence why I left it on safe in the first place. Every time I played with it, because I mapped it now, every time I played with it, it fucked with the car, bro. Like, it would literally stop the car. Like, was this one? There we go. That's turning the regen up. And it, like, turns the car off. It's weird. And I turn the regen up. I think I have to map the deploy too and turn the deploy right down. But yeah, I don't understand it. Yeah, like the setup. I know what you mean. Ooh. Now the subs are disappearing out. What is going on with this fucking computer and YouTube? Oh, hell. Alright. Three left anyways. This fucking sound. Mate, what are you even doing? Cooked. It's all cooked, mate. Yeah, it's get on. Yeah, fucking A, Steve. The further you move away from the ground, it is. I was about 3 blocks from the ground, north of the ground. Perth Street. I was on Perth Street. Off of, was it Bell? Or Avenue or something like that? The main drive. Perth Street. It was like a block or two before the industrial area. Yeah, it's cooked, bro. There's like houses that have got fucking wreckage yard in their front. There's other ones that have got like fucking pushies everywhere or up a tree or overgrown, fences fallen down. And then there is some odd nice ones. They're all old people. It's the same around here even. Same around here. Or more actually back in Lavo. All the dumps were shitholes and ferals, and then all the nice places were old people. Lovely old people. But yeah, it's no exaggeration. Like, I'm surprised Spanian hasn't done a video there. It's a massive like community centre. They got the handouts for the gunkies. The safe rooms and shit. It's a bit cooked, man. But it was cheap. Very, very cheap. And I met my best mate out there.
Good drive, mate. You're in the point.
Like both him and we ended up in a share place with a fucking nutcase. Which the older I get, the more I've realised I've become like that guy too, which is kind of funny. But me and Justin met there. I was there for a couple of years. Moved in with my missus. Well, Justin went first. He moved back to Queensland. I moved in with my missus at the time. Went from Heidelberg to St Kilda, mate. St Kilda's the same, but worse, and inner city and a whole different beast. All right. This is the only one I haven't tried it outright, so I'm going to get an Acura just because. Hey, Jetson Button drives this one. Is it? We might all need to restart then. Hang on. I was going to add that too. I added mods, but I didn't add the track. Fucking muppet. What's the ping at? No, it's not that bad. Spoon! Oh, Jay Hunter with his... Jay Hunter's is cooked. This bloke, mate. He's a hazard. He's a hazard. Jesus, 700 ping. Yowie wowie. That's bad, man. I was jumping at the start. And I think like that's our pin just akin to each other, bro. Like, there's a couple 500s. Oh no, Warrior Knights has come back down. Hunters is cooked, man. The rest of them are coming back down. It's a good track, but it is technical, bro. Like, you'll maybe get in the GT3 car. Because the LMDH, you're going to be throwing yourself off the... I mean, you'll throw yourself off the track in the GT3. It's a tight track. Very tight. So I'll change it. I'll go something else. Because, yeah, a lot of people still don't seem to know it. I'm going to go Red Bull. But I'm going to make it rain. Bitch. Make it rain. And that this bloke's the reason that the lobby got cooked the other night. And like looking at his ping compared to everybody else's, even where he comes from. Benito's taking the piss. I'm pretty sure he's American because he's, look at the connections. Yes, Steve, there was a lot of activity. Big ups, Drew. Like, it depends on what you mean by activity. Activities, stuff. Yes, absolutely. There was a big, I imagine there's probably a new block down there now because there was a, like, across the road from me, there was a fucking, everything happened in there and they ended up knocking the place down. It was like one of those fucking ghetto flat. Like, it's got its own car park and you know, houses stacked on top of each other, and like they're like a U, you know, all facing each other. They had one of them in there. Ghetto, like it was. And like when I moved in, they were slowly moving people out of that place, like it had been fucking decommissioned type thing. Because I remember when they were knocking it down too, they had the signs up everywhere and shit. So there's probably at least some newer properties down there. But yeah, it was ghetto, bro. Bro, when I was, because I was still young, I was like young 20s and working. Kicked the footy around a lot, truthfully. Like both outside in the street. Had a couple of teenagers lived around us. And then down at the ground. Even just walking to the local. Like if you go all the way over the park, next to it, there's a massive shopping centre. You go hang out over there. But me and my mate, we were pissing up, bro. Like, we were working. So, we are in the mornings, you barely seen it. In the afternoons, you've seen all of it, but like you just wanted to get out of it. And then we shut ourselves away, bro. Like, we never, I mean, his brother did. I remember his brother coming and staying with us for a little while and fucking had a weekend of debauchery with a couple of lads that he met. I myself never I mean, at the time it was when I was actually starting to fucking turn my life around, bro. Get better. Was already doing my volunteering and I was working at Cashies. Met a girl. Living for the weekend. Big ups, Maxie. How are you, man? I hope you're well. Yeah, I was living differently back then, man. Fucking, I'm gonna have to get a new fucking number. Let me fucking number expire. Been that long, 6 months, since I've even bothered to get fucking credit. Didn't even realise. Came up, fucking emergency calls only. I'm like, the fuck! And then I went to do the reach, and it was like, oh, for fuck's sake. I've had the same number for so long, and it's going to be such a pain in the ass for... Who did that? See, I didn't even know that. There you go, Maxi. I didn't even know. That's going to help. I'm going to have to... you know how many fucking things you have to verify who you are through your phone? Like your number? SMS? Right about getting a new bank card too. Like, it's just going to be pain. It's just going to be pain. The amount of fucking payments and shit I'm going to have to... The timing of it. New card was due next month. Killed me. Full depressed me when I clicked this morning. I didn't even get a text to that, Maxi. I just seen the email. Pain in the ass. Alright. I still haven't got over me fucking sickness too. Can't stop coughing my guts up. I think it's just because of how cold it is. I want to do these pounds converter too. I want to get that figure correct. We're in autumn. We're hitting, I mean, we'll hit winter any day now. Autumn's just about over, yeah. March, yeah, autumn's just about over. We're about to hit winter. Beautiful day at the moment, still cold, but the sun's out. But it's been very cold overnight, very wet. Oh, that's right, different colour. It's as close as it can get. 26. It's not cold today. Like it's nice today, actually. It's beautiful out there now. 15, 16 degrees. And me and the missus were both saying, isn't it crazy how it can get this much colder, but when the sun's like that, it's genuinely like fucking beautiful for you. Doesn't burn you. Helps recharge. But no, it's been cold at night, man. Real cold at night, actually. Like shockingly cold at night. Me and the missus both struggling with it, bro. Right, keep it at default. For the feedback, that is. I was going to say that to you guys too, because I didn't realise the feedback setting I sent through is for the Lambo, and the Lambo I had kind of cooked. Copy the suspension and the clutches and all that I've sent through. But if you've copied that feedback I had, reset it to default, you're going to have so much more feeling in your car. That was something that I'd done for the Lambo, and upon retesting and everything I'd learned with the other cars, it was absolutely not the right thing to do. They all feel fine. At a default steering mostly now. Again with the fucking, even though it's pissing down rain, let's put you on mediums. Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought I was about to get murdered. This thing sounds different. Don't know if it's because of the wet. I mean, I can't, it's probably not the best way to test this thing at all, being wet. But yeah, it still feels oversteery as fuck. It's got a unique sound. Really, really unique sound. Not like the Peugeot didn't sound good at all. It sounded like a vacuum cleaner. Ooh. This kind of still sounds like a car. Something European almost. Oh no. Oh fuck. Got no feeling in the front end, but that's probably just because it's wet. Only 3 now. Oh, well, only this now, mate. But yes, I've played all of them. Oh, fuck. Can't get any temperature into the tyres at all. I mean, I'm on a quali lap. You'd think there'd be some temperature into them. Don't I have to pump the PSIs for the wet? For temps? Something like fucking... think anyways. Pretty sure. But there's no temp, and that's not right. Steering feels still felt a bit iffy. Find out.
Bad luck, mate. We didn't set a time. We're at the back for the race. Gonna be a tough one.
It should be interesting because the track should dry out enough that slicks could become a factor. And 20 minutes in light rain with LMDs going around.
Remember, mate, it's gonna be slippery into that first corner, so stay out of trouble.
Temp straight away. So higher PSIs for the wet. It is a nice one, Steve. They've really improved the car models, the liveries, and the basics. Like I said, you can really notice metallic, pearlescent, matte, satin. You can notice all the different, textures, so to speak, with the liveries now. because there was a lot of ones that people had created that were meant to be like a metallic or a chrome or something, and they didn't even have reflections, man, and they've really improved it. I did take big note of that in the car selection model. There's a fucking awesome Porsche one that I love. BMW's got some really nice ones too. But yeah, a lot of these metallic ones that are coming about, they look really cool now. Oh, wowee. Oh, fuck. Only because of the extra feedback I put in the car, I was able to catch that. Uh-oh.
New fastest lap in class. Keep on.
Brakes are getting oddly hot. Fuck! So easy to lose the front end of the car there. It must be like the only part of the track that's still just drenched. Because your grip everywhere else is decent. Yeah, I got fucking aero damage. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, man. Ooh, front end's cooked. Front end's cooked. He broke my car. Oh, fuck me. Front end's cooked. Fuck's sake, man. Front end was just fucked from the moment I had contact with that bloke. Frustrating. It's just every turn fighting a losing battle with that front end. But the car felt okay, all things considered. I think if it was dry, I think the car would feel great. Considering. What's going on, Dante? How are you, mate? Got a stream randomly dropping out. Why is it playing up? What's going on, man? I don't understand this PC at the moment. I don't even fucking use it for anything. Except this. Literally, guys, nothing. None of that dodgy stuff. It doesn't do it. It doesn't. It's got one purpose. And it just gets worse every day. Saying the encoder is overloading. It's telling me to turn down the video settings or use a faster. I'm like, the fuck? The CPU is peaking. Absolutely peaking. Like 80%. I have no idea. I'm sick of even trying to understand it. Wish I could get a new one and be done with it. Oh, it's killing me. Makes no sense. Hey. They're the worst to turn around. They're the worst to turn around. Alright, fucking get rid of that. Get rid of that. Alright, I'm going to pause the stream. I'll be back in a minute. See how it goes. It's not looking good on this end, and I don't know why. I never know why. It never tells me why. And it only started doing it after the last OBS update. Never had a problem with the CPU. Last two OBS updates nuked it. too bad at the moment. Bloody tech, mate. I'll never figure it out. Know how to open it. Press that play button. Press record. That's about it. Fucking knife. Hey, Benito just died. So fucking glitched when you're trying to spectate. We got V8s later tonight too. Oh no, oh, he's out onto it. He fucking massive save, Pano. Massive save. Sorry. Oh, there you go. It's a tough combo, man. It's a combo that I really enjoy. I pull this one out for everything. I think we've driven everything at Red Bull in the rain. It's this one that, like, comes from Gran Turismo. Red Bull bores the shit out of me, but when it's wet, I love it. What's going on, Lincoln? How are you, mate? We're practicing some multi-class stuff. Distance racing. I just tried the Acura. And it's tough goings out there, man. God, look at that pit entry. Imagine coming into that. I don't have VR, mate, so no. I don't have the PSVR unit. And I couldn't afford it. But it looks well. I don't think, I mean, what they showed us, that's got to be PC for sure. I don't think it's going to look that good on consoles. I hope it does well, but we'll see. But the footage that they showed of like EJ playing it on their Facebook and shit, it looked mad. And I don't know how streamable it'd be, listening to what the Traxion guy said about how the people that are watching you couldn't see what, like, was only picking up what was in the VR unit. So I just don't know how it goes when I haven't streamed VR games on the PlayStation either. Directly from the PlayStation, that's one thing, but doing it through OBS, I just don't know. But I think the game's got, like, for me, at least me personally, like, considering that you've got Gran Turismo. Uh-oh. Oof. You've got Gran Turismo, and that already exists on consoles, and how good that looks. That's probably the superior game for the VR. And I don't think this game's ever going to get close to it in terms of how it looks. But these two. Yeah, see, even that. That's... Yeah. I mean, the mirror barely works well here as it is, bro. And looks horrendous. I wish we could make the mirror bigger. And the mirror is one thing that's like, yeah, it looks horrible. The closer you look at it, the more pixelated it looks. It looks like something out of Minecraft. When I'm creating my shorts and all that, or you zoom in on it, you really notice it. But graphics isn't the strength. I mean, it was the same for me with ACC. Graphics weren't the strength of that game. It had its own beauty. And I think this game does too. It's also dog shit ugly, truthfully. Yeah. What's going on, Lewis? How are you, mate?
Yes, mate. You're in the points. Nice work.
No rubber left? It's like Austin Powers, mate. Alright. So we'll get rid of the rain. Back to average. Change the season. Change these to GTE. What do we reckon? Yeah, I've turned the rain off, bro. I want to get used to the Sakura properly. Get your invites if you got anyone, guys. Only for the time. Yeah, makes sense. No, I meant like before the race started, though. Like in the lobby, it had a countdown to race start timer, which I feel like I haven't seen for 6 weeks. Pretty much everyone but Sean. Come on, Sean. You make it perfect. Ping's a bit better for everyone. Would do well in the championship now. I can never say his name. Vilupuli. I've used him before. You've seen me use him. Center attacking midfielder, winger type player. Nathan Vilupuli. That's it. Yeah. Him, he'd do well, but he might, like, because he's experienced now. He's a mature age, not mature, still young, but he's not too young. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of campaigns under his belt. Yeah, no, I'm keeping it on timer for now, bro. It's kind of the point, just to get used to it. I wish, what I'd love to do, and it'd have to be something we'd all have to commit to. Even with like these 20-minute races, is like start with like 15, 20 litres. You know, so like we have to pit, have a mad dash into the pits. But the plan is to, get back to doing hour long. We have to pit. Vargos is brilliant. Vargos. But truthfully, I haven't seen enough of the young players this year. I know there's been some standouts in some other clubs, though. Some kids that have, like, broken the A-League youngest debutant record and then scoring. Sydney, I can't remember who. And Auckland had one too. But there's been a few kids that are 16, 17 years old and they're getting their first... They're getting a seniors call up from the academy and then playing really well. There was one that they just lost. He went to, he was from Brisbane and he went to an MLS team, Timber or something like that. Had a freak of a debut season. He's like 19. He was in the top 5 for a couple of different stat categories for the year for MLS. Possessions, accuracy, passes, tackles. Relentless. I can't remember what team he went to though, but he's 19-year-old playing in the MLS. Even bro, like I seen the American team finalised. Seeing their team on paper, like the value of their team is like 4 times the value of ours, bro. Plus. Yeah, it's like that, Abjay. We don't get to, they can't keep their kids, bro. That's the problem. And it's fair enough too. Like the A-League could be something better, but it can't exist the way it does and maintain stars because there's no pay, there's no money. But the system is undoubtedly brilliant for producing good young players. Haven't even seen him, mate. Abji, They're showing the Champions League on free-to-air TV, bro. Channel 9 is showing the Champions League Sunday morning, 2 a.m. How crazy is that? Steve was the one who let me know. I know they'd be trying to plug their own shit with Stan, but that's crazy. Champions League being on free-to-air, like, and not being SBS. Not that I could say I've ever seen it on SBS either, I don't think. Always the World Cup. 2 a.m, yeah. But still, it's pretty funny. So why can't we see his headlights? Or has he just not got them on? So he mustn't have them on. They did do the... Yeah, so, yeah, I was going to say, they would have for sure done at least the big ones. I know, I feel like I've seen some on a fucking replay or on demand or whatever. The TV rights have jumped about so much recently. Fucking Paramount, Stan, all this other shit. Who's doing the World Cup? Are they not doing the World Cup? I haven't even looked into that. Do you know who's doing the World Cup? This cunt. Are you watching this, guys? Every single time he breaks, look what's happening. Go on, mate, try again. Are you seeing this, guys? It's going to happen again. This is literally the one turn where it happens every time, regardless of being an LMD or not. It's going to happen again. He's going early, very early. Hey, he got there. What about last turn? He's getting it now, he's getting it. He's like, alright, I have to brake early. Oversteer. He's just seeing everything that we went through. It's like comes to a stop instantly. He's got 100% brake power on, that's for sure. He's struggling, Steve. He's getting used to it, mate. You can tell he's literally learning how to drive him again. You can see though straight away, like after those spins, he was like, okay, I need to brake earlier, and now he's braking super early, trying to pull up. See? He's coming to a stop with it, and now he's going to get oversteer because of how much he's slowing down. It's a vicious cycle. But better. Progress instantly. You can't disrespect these things anymore. That was nice. Much better. Yeah, he's picking it up. But those spins were brilliant. Just the way you drive an LMD before it. As late as possible, as heavy on the brakes. I'd like to see a local driving one of these Valkyries, because I swear every time I look at them, because of all the bodywork and shit on them, they're fucking porpoising all over the place. I don't know if it's the car or the connection. SBS still doing the World Cup. Cool. Mate, Les Murray. You wouldn't know Les Murray, Steve. He was an icon for us. Like, I mean, I know he's got a lot of famous British callers. Even that fucking dude that was calling the Arsenal bit that was going viral as fuck on TikTok, where it was like, two more games to greatness for Arsenal. They've waited 22 years for this moment. Fucking Les Murray, mate. He was like our David Attenborough of football. He is the man. He was our David Attenborough, bro. Like, legitimately, like, at a time when, for the longest time, like, even before Australians cared, like, he's the voice of football in Australia for, like, 40 years, bro. Like Murray Walker. Must be a thing about the name Murray being a commentator. Les Murray Walker. Yeah, no, he was great voice. Great voice. Like, that's what I think of when I think SBS. I still think of him. Still think of him. I think of him and fucking, what is it, David and Margaret or whatever. The movie review people. I think of them two and him and Nadira Naidu. Nadira Naidu? Is that a... Hello, I'm Nadira Naidu. Welcome to World News Tonight. Nadira Naidu? Was that her name? She's a cutie. SBS was the bomb back in the day, mate. Alright? Still is. Like Vice and shit. Bet you SBS was the first place you seen something like fucking... What was that fucking naked news thing? The Weather Women or whatever. Weird ass movie. There's so many weird ass movies you've seen on SBS. World movies. South Park. SBS is the bomb. Seriously. The bomb. Yeah, basically. Like, basically, straight up. Basically. I've seen some things. Great. All hail world movies. Also, genuinely great cinema. Like, I'm on the wet still. Fuck me. Children of God. Or City of God. City of God. Old Boy. First time I seen Old Boy. Let's fucking save them now. Fuck me. Louis Theroux. A lot of Louis Theroux stuff on SBS back in the day. John Safran. Used to love John Safran versus God. That was one of my favourite, like, cult Australian... I don't even know. You'd call it. It was a journo show. Like Gonzo journalism. Like fucking Borat. Basically. Skits. But real. Real people. Not knowing that they're getting taken for a ride.
Not ideal. No time was set.
Used to love that shit. He put a fatwa on Rove. That's pretty fun. He had a podcast. But no, John Safran versus God was a full-blown Louis Theroux style. So he had a... I can't remember what he did. He did a couple of shows before that. He was involved with the Chaser Boys. And he did like their... He did like Q&A and shit like that. I remember seeing a famous... He was genuinely on Q&A and he fucking owned someone. I can't remember who it was. Politician. But John Safran versus God, I've still got it on DVD. was he went around the world to. He met the KKK. He met a Zen Buddhist. He went and studied all these like hardcore fucking Judaism. Like he went and had peyote in the middle of the desert. Went and tripped on peyote because it was like some spiritual thing. No. That was Father Bob. He was with John Safran. He's with. So literally, that's how Father Bob got.
Come on, mate.
He was the Catholic priest on John Safran versus God, and then ended up doing the podcast and shit on the show. Father Bob, legend, good friend of John Safran's. Catholic man and a Jewish boy. They were hilarious together. So yeah, I see where you're going from now. Oh wowee, who was that? That was nasty. Everyone just slowed down like, what was that, cars? Everybody here just stopped and watched.
Yellow flag. Watch out for debris on the track.
Was that Toaster Lord? But yeah, good show. You could probably get the whole entirety of it on YouTube these days, I reckon. Worth watching, genuinely. Really funny. Really funny and intelligent, controversial. It's got some crazy shit in it. Some stuff that was, yeah, pretty gross. And like makes you just trip out about what some people believe in around the world. Some of the Indian stuff he did was very NSFW. A lot of crazy shit. In my late teens, early 20s, I thought he was the GOAT. He was a stoner. Just a mad nerd. No worries, mate. And yeah, fair enough. This thing feels awesome now that it's not the fucking wet. Feedback feels awesome. Can never get the apex right with LMDs coming around that turn. Just feel if I could turn it in anymore, I'm going to spin it. Oh, that was horrible. This leading plot is very, very fast in these cars. God, I don't even know how it manages to do that. This thing feels alright. I think I've put a little bit too much feedback into it. My wrist can already feel it. I've been in it 5 minutes. But it's plenty stable. It's really good on its brakes. It was the only one I hadn't really tested.
Yellow flag. Watch out for debris.
Couch. Uh-oh. Grab the grass on the outside. going on, Yucky? It is, mate. The Acura. I've never really used it, and it's genuinely a really comfortable LMD once it warms up. They've greatly improved these things, Yucky. Like, they'd be getting much more aligned with what you guys would expect from them. I did a video about them recently. They've done a lot to these. Like, they had an overhaul again, and I'm in love with them because they're not harder than they're harder than they've ever been. Like, because they've brought in so many factors of the real car. No, it's LMD. Hypers. Racing 963 and the Beamer and Acura. I don't know the exact model. 2024 Acura. The LMDH. I think GT, what is it, the LMU or the GPT2, whatever the fuck it is. I think we're getting them at the end of the year when we get Le Mans. LMP2, that's it, LMP2. I think we get them at the end of the year. With Le Mans. It wasn't, I could tell, bro. I literally could tell. I could tell. And you hadn't changed anything to them too, eh? And yeah, the tyres. You could tell, like, you could just tell, like, the car was default or it was an old setup, but it was, you were driving it the way that they used to drive. The brakes, like, yeah. And it's just that car too, bro. The Valkyrie's a bit nuts. It's one that has still maintained a lot of character. Yeah, Aris is, I know. And they've, look, I've been one of the ones that's trying to stress to him, don't think that one guy can just magically fix everything. He's saying that, he's going to have a lot of expectations, but they already obviously had a hold of him before they announced it. Because the stuff that's happened with these, the bump stuff, that was all him, in terms of pushing it in sooner. Apparently there was a new GT3 tyre model that they had at the convention that is also him. And the brake ducts. Tyres, so brake ducts in these cars now redirect temperature to the tyres, which is something that we haven't had in anything. In these, it's a necessity. In, as you would know, like ACC and that, we don't even have it in the GT cars, and obviously that's something that'll come to them down the line. Because I remember how vital it was in ACC. And temperatures are a big thing in this game. But yeah, the fact that he was at that con, he was really well received, and it looks like they've put him front and center to talk about, you know, the future and why he joined them and whatnot. And we even likened it the other day to what he's done is he's a dude who's, it's like, put it in football terms with a manager. He's not joining a bigger team in a great position and just going to take over and keep handing out wins. He's taken over a struggling team in a low financial position, and they're saying, I mean, they had to have paid him well, but they're saying because he sees something there, you know what I mean? So like, either or, he's throwing his reputation on the line, which is a big deal. Like, so that alone, when I put it in that aspect, I'm like, I have faith, I believe him to say, because it couldn't just be money, especially if you're going to throw away your career, your reputation. It couldn't just be money. And it shows the direction and dissatisfaction with Kunos at the moment, even with people within the company. And they've been on a little bit of a downward spiral, trying to do too many things at once, cutting off other communities, blatantly lying. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, it's not something that you take on, even for the money. It's not something that you take on, you know, not knowing that you're staking your whole reputation on it. That's why I likened it to football. Like, where even now, like Pep, you know, he's retired. The rumour is that he wants international football. He'll get to coach less, but still, depending where he ends up as an international job, like even look at Gus Hiddink, legend, taking on Australia, big risk. Some of the countries he's taken on, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what Pep's about to do. He's either going to take on Spain and be expected to lead them to a World Cup, or he's going to take on fucking Greece or something, you know, like some project. But I think that's what this is for Aris. But yeah, I'm keeping my distance in terms of any involvement there with any of them and what they plan to do and don't do. And we're mushrooms. They feed us shit and keep us in the dark anyways if you're not a part of their affiliate program or on the Discord. But I'm very much enjoying the changes that have been done already. They wouldn't have been my priority. Connections would have still been my priority. But I cannot deny how good the changes are that came in recently. The LMD overhaul as a whole, and then the bump stop stuff, and the rear link suspension thing to every single class that it applies to, was the best thing ever too. Something as simple as driving around Nordschleife or Sebring now feels a whole level anew, just with what you're feeling, what you can accurately feel. Rolling starts would be nice. But I wouldn't say next. They need to fix the fucking service, bro. They need to fix the netcode and the meshing and have reliable contact physics. But the netcode should be priority fucking number one. They've already done so many improvements to so many classes and AI and graphics and fidelity and frame rate. They've done so much, but just like, if there's anything even on terms of gameplay and improvement, fucking fix the lighting, for fuck's sake. Fix the lighting. Fix the servers. Lighting. There you go. Exactly. Oh. Fuck. Stuff like that, yucky. Just way more realistic now. Way more realistic. Good race, boys. I was worried how dark it was going to get. I deliberately made it get dark. Yeah, well. Yeah, I went back recently down nostalgia lane with like a lot of my Gran Turismo videos, and I've always known in terms of like, I was very vocal. Go back 2 years, mate, when they made physics, suspension, like the very same type of changes they've just brought in here, and it broke the game. We had cars that were porpoising and jumping and launching into a stratosphere because of an untried and untested, you know, that was meant to be something for the better of the game, but it broke the fucking game. Like, it was a mad system, but it didn't implement well, and I was very critical of how could a team of their size and you know what they were hoping to achieve with that overhaul, how could they go about doing something like that and implement it, and it's fucking broken. And I was very, very, very critical of it, like so critical of it. And those videos came up again recently, and I thought, fuck, that was only 2 years ago, and that's 2 years after GT7's come out. And then another one, and it was from only about a year ago, and it was an ACC video, Nürburgring, SimGrid. And then another one that was ACC, SimGrid, Zandvoort. One of them was a collision just before the race had barely even started. The cars kind of mesh, car goes flying off to the right, but he meshes, phases so hard into the wall, and then ping pongs straight back out at everyone, like right at the apex of Nürburgring as they turn into turn one, and he just mesh collects cannonballs, and like I've zoomed in on the radar, you know, and this guy's inside 3-4 cars at once. And it made me even think, okay, you know, that was ACC at 5-6 years later on PS5, you know, SimGrid. Gran Turismo doesn't ever really ever look like that in a lobby. Like, sorry, in ranked. Got to be a really fucking bad connection, like one individual with a bad connection that even looks like that with Gran Turismo. And you get more of the, they're doing their own thing. Like they're fucking phasing back and forth and teleporting halfway around the track. Everyone else is terrified of them and has no idea what's going on. And they are probably like racing their own race, thinking that's the only time I ever really seen it in Gran Turismo. Lobbies, different story. You join some lobbies, some of those fucking super speedway lobbies in Gran Turismo and shit, and you'd have the people of the world there, and it would be a shit show. But that was Gran Turismo, and it was still hosting 1,000 different fucking servers at once. You know, like even the other day, we did league stuff, Oceania only, and we still had people meshing into each other. And then other people were just ping-ponging off each other. So the contact, the physics, and the prediction method, it's not accurate at all. It's my biggest worry that it never will be. Because like even a localized host, 5-6 people, exact same region, you still just get the random DCs and dropouts and not connects. And if you actually get into the lobby together, the racing's usually good, no matter what. I'll probably do one more because I've got a race later this evening in like 5 hours. I was going to be back streaming again in like 4, so looks like I've got some dramas to try and sort out. Yeah, well, no matter what, Yucky, we've had a lot of laughs recently, like especially this update alone. There's been a horror shows. I put up a lot of videos of it. No, I know, mate. I don't know. It just seems to be me. I can't keep the peace. Yeah, we've had a lot, like the amount of crashes, like we've had a few, me and Drew, around each other. The amount of crashes that are just so authentic, like that like even the LMDs, the amount of times I've been following people into turn 1, turn 2, and I've watched 1 or 2 cars go too deep, unload on the front end and straight around, and I've kind of had a chuckle and gone, that was me. I did that 100 times. I know why that's happening. And then the moments of like proper contact of just like the littlest bump, and all of a sudden it's like, oh fuck, like I've been losing my shit over them. Like I've genuinely been laughing a lot, been trying to ignore the shit, and I have been victim to it as much as everybody else has. Yeah. Without the ability to save replays, I can't even finger point at people or even say you're a fucking arsehole and you fucked up there or whatever. Like, as long as we can't save replays on consoles, then I'm just trying to forget that side of it. It's hard too, because like ranked is so fucked and people are driving through us like we're not there. It's why Payno's losing the shit now. It happens in these lobbies too. It's pretty bad when we get all these internationals that join us. I'm the host. I'm an Aussie. We've got Aussies here, and the Aussies are the first ones getting taken out. Happens a lot. It's getting very, 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 very frustrating. And we're such a tiny little community. Literally had people even comment on my videos that we don't matter because our community is so small and irrelevant, and we exist at the opposite time to everybody else. So doesn't matter what we think or how many people are on the game when we're playing. So yeah, the MX-5's a lot harder now. There's a lot of people struggling in it. No, it was me not accounting for the car pro. Me not accounting for, like, because those things were fine at speed, but they still had to brake earlier, they still had to turn more sharper, and they still had to lift a hell of a lot more to get. I just got way too, like, I was in the draft, like, I was just ready to, I think I lifted at best, like, yeah, see, that's what's annoying about him even going now. I get it. That's why I need like another proper Aussie group, and we will do it. But just even trying to go about that, I'm not allowed to. I won't go into that, but like it's a lot of the stuff when it comes to like the streaming of it and all, like everybody just wants personal gain for, like, I just want fucking good racing, and I want to build a community. I want to build 2 communities. One of local dudes that I can race with all the time. No worries, Yucky. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Local dudes that I can race with all the time, that we can have guaranteed good connections, good racing, good etiquette, all that. That's the first and foremost. The second is the greater community that whenever we get on and we open up custom lobbies or we go to rank rate that we get, and that's the watching, the greater community. They're the 2 communities I want. Trying to balance them too. It's not easy. And we're always pretty much on the receiving end. And then even now trying to get it going with the Aussies is a lot harder than It should be, because yeah, I can't go into that either. Like previous dramas, and then just genuinely just trying to get some people into races. Nothing about my channel, nothing about a league, nothing. But just I stream this game every fucking day, which is a lot more than certainly any other Aussie does with this game, and a lot of other people outright do with this game. And I am trying to find people that want to have a place they can race at any time. It's hard just to even do that. And no, I get it, Payno, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't think you should bother leaving the group, but we'll get another Aussie one happening. Like, I'm trying to work on it, dude, but just being nipped at the buds and what I can and can't do, who I can approach and who I can't approach, etc. I think I need more help from you guys. There's a couple of yous have the mutuals, and Drew would know what I'm talking about here, like where it's just I'm in the wrong and yous aren't, those type situations. I am what I am. I'm a controversial personality, but I'm sure if all the people that had their issues or been upset or whatever, if they knew that there was a league that was all Aussies, that was going to be regularly hosted and ran by me, it's going to be ran well, you'd like to think they'd want to be involved regardless of any other priors. It's the skill ceiling with this game too, man. Like, that's where I think no matter what, like, guys, like, we can race each other, but we also know when, like, we got someone faster around us. Yeah, I don't know even how. I think at the moment I'm being nonchalant about it, bro. I'm disassociating from it. Checking out. I'm disassociating from fucking life at the moment, though. Like, truthfully. It's like the one thing I can do and do well at the moment is race. And even like, again, that video, really well received by you guys in general, but like that, what's his name? Matt, James, something, James Matt, whatever. He did one. It's just a single player race, him against the AI. Default. Says they're better, but says they're shit at the same time. Kind of doesn't try anything new, complains about them. And he's someone who's like been promoting the game, but hasn't really had anything to do with the game recently either. He's completely been, like, he kind of used the game to get a platform, and now he's streaming other stuff. And a lot of people were saying to him in the comments, you know, you've got to do this and this and this. And then he was saying, well, that's not good enough. It needs to be at default. It needs to be okay. It needs... And, like, he's got, what, you know, like a fucking race against the AI. And like, in my video, I've put in fucking everything. Race against the AI, rain, day, night, shine, different cars, other people, and given reasons as to, like, as acknowledged too, the defaults, there's issues. But said straight away, this is what we identified, this is what we changed, and now it's wonderful. And we've got so much footage to, like, back it up too. And then even the racing we're doing now, and, like, he's got half as many subs as me too. And again, it's me. I know it's me. And it's the PC nature. His video's got like 2,000 views and about the same amount of likes and the same amount of comments as what mine has at 300-400 views. And mine probably won't even get 500, 600 overall, because it's a positive piece about PMR, and then even the thumbnail, his thumbnail is clearly titled "It's not good enough," not yet, and mine is leaving the question open, acknowledging massive changes, but leaving the question open of is it or isn't it, rather than just saying outright it's not good enough. And again, more people, like in terms of the likes and the comments, exact same number, and the people that are saying or disagreeing or countering, or they're PMR fans. And then there's the typical usual ha 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 jokes shit game. And then on my video, it's nothing but positive feedback. People saying, acknowledging, accepting, like, I don't know. So just even the way I go about things, like it's just me. Like, I'm the problem, but at the same time, I feel like I do things so differently and in a way that the others ignore, completely ignore. When it comes to these things, or anything, even just all the previous updates, I swear by it. Like, I've spent fucking a week in some cases sitting there just doing nothing but drive every single car in every single class or every single thing that they've claimed to have changed. And then I've approached every single review as such, rather than just, yeah, what do you want me to look at? I was thinking of doing that with the LMDs. Like, if people want a certain LMD set up, that we'll work on it together. So that's what I was thinking of doing tomorrow. Yeah, I've had that happen too.
Bad luck, mate.
I've had that happen too.
We're back to the race.
Had it happen the other day, bro. I was at the start line and it happened. It used to happen to me the longest time ago. Every now and then. I can't remember what I do. I think you change your view. Change your view. Gets out of it. Forces it out. But I had it happen to me literally post 05 the other day at the start line. Yeah. I was playing around with it at the start line the other day. I was like revving the car and looking back. And I can't remember exactly the sequence that I did. I think I was looking back and I pressed the start button. And it was like in this screen and it was still looking back. And then when I resumed, it was still looking back. So there's weird shit going on with the, and this is in ranked and lobbies, with this part. Like, bringing your vehicle setup can crash the game. If you're spectating, there's some weird shit going on with the sub menu over the top of the race sitting there waiting to start. I've had, with a few of us have had the same crash while playing in our menus. Checking out, organising your cockpit, looking at your settings, or changing the car setup in this menu right now. Or even while the live qualifying's happening.
Come on, mate. Nail this start.
So be careful with that. And everyone has acknowledged that the fucking, as much as you can save the setup all you want, always check and double check every time from lobby to lobby, because when you have a look at this, it'll all be different sometimes. TC's off, ABS is off, your brake balance will be different, your roll bar's different. You have to be, and it's been a problem for this game for the longest time. It's still absolutely there post 2.005. I've had races where I've been qualifying in the wet and then made changes to the setup, saved it, and then gone to the race and it starts me on slicks with a completely, I'm like, the fuck is this shit? Like, too many times it's done that to me. So just always double check your setup. Good evasive maneuvers there. Always double check your setup. And then when you go to grid, cycle through your MFD. And always look at that one. You'll know straight away. But always try to remember it before race start. The amount of times I've been in a GT3 car and it started me with less or more ABS or traction, either or. It's not helpful. one bogs you down and the other one doesn't grip you enough. But it's absolutely still in the game. And there's something up with the batteries. Gonna have a good look at them. I think tomorrow I'll have a good practice single player testing, proper like practice sessions test and tune. Gonna get to the fucking bottom of this battery, or at least not even if we can get to the bottom, just figure out what's going on with it. If we can even get it recharging. Because safe mode is cooked. It doesn't work. Couple laps, it runs out. And like the way safe mode is set up alone with the bare minimums and the recharge being higher than the deploy, you should never run out. Just straight, you should not run out. And it shouldn't be using it as much as it is. And it seems every car. So unless you like go full scientist and have everything mapped on your wheel, I don't think you're going to be able to take advantage of it, and it's something that they need to fix with the default setups. There's a lot that they need to fix with the default setups, truthfully, for these cars. Biggest thing being the engine braking. That was a fucking Super GT cock up, mate. Didn't turn. Big lockup.
Yellow flag, slow down, don't overtake.
This car's gearing is just so perfect for Daytona. The way it can go through third in the hairpins and first. The way it can go through the bus stop in fourth. There's just things that it does. The way it comes onto the speedway in third. A lot of the other cars are struggling to find their rev range or juggle the gears right at the most important point of the apexes, and this thing, not a problem. There's certain cars where the gearing just doesn't suit certain turns. And then there's certain tracks and cars where it's just, you feel like the car was literally built testing on the ground up at that track. But the way they do this in third, first turn, the hairpin here sometimes, it's the best way to do it. Like there. And then same with the next hairpin. Like 3 hairpins in a row, it does in third. It's just so good. And then this turn, third again. Straight onto the speedway, straight back onto it. Monster. Such a good drive. Like, it's become my favourite now. Very quickly. Just the most comfortable to drive. Feels like a proper hypercar too. Just does everything well. It can still bite you. Hard. And this livery is sick. I really like this livery. Wicked cockpit too.
That's the fastest lap in our class. Great work. Keep on it.
Mental. Gran Turismo style, hugging the apron. Yeah, they're not going to turn once they lose any front or rear. They're not going to turn. Little bit of damage, they still can. Out of shape, you'll really feel it. You'll get mad oversteer or understeer. But if that thing comes off, you're fucked. Especially the rear. It's why I always like when the meshing happens or the ranked races and I get the damage and like I see the car being fucked. It's why I always change the view to see the back of the car. And if I see that the wing's out of shape, I know I'm in bad trouble. Like you just know, like your aerodynamics are cooked. Your muscle memory goes out the window because all the inputs, everything is just not the same anymore. One we had at Monza before, front end of the car got a little bent. That was it. Kept getting oversteer. That's why you should drive the what is it? The Peugeot. That doesn't have a wing. It's just got a fin. It's like a fucking shark, bro. But look, in saying that, they've just improved it. They've just improved the engine braking. Yeah, just turn it down. Just reduce it, bro. All you got to do is reduce it. By default, it'll be at minus 0, 1, 0. By default, turn it down to 50, 60, 80. Turn that down, and it gets rid of mad snap oversteer. And the throttle's still... Like, it basically turns the engine down. Your oversteer in terms of when you come into a turn, when you get off the brakes, your lift and coast. All those situations where you feel like you're getting oversteer. I swear it's the engine braking. As soon as we turned it down, eliminated it. If you still get it after that, it's like roll bar settings.
Sensational results. That's the race win. See you on the podium.
Yeah. So bare minimum, bro. Like, Limberto's been going to 0.8. I think that one, I've got it 0.6. The NSX, I had it 0.8. I found it was that, there was a lot of different things that I was doing before that. I'd already done the clutches and stuff like that, but it was Limberto that pointed it out. He said something about turning the engine braking down. Try that. Default setup, well, not default. Default setup, but then I would put in my own suspension, put in my own clutches, more specifically the engine braking, and then leave all of the handling and feedback at default. And they've been perfect. Absolutely perfect. Not perfect. They're getting there. They've got to be more refined now. But it's a good baseline. It's a better baseline than what the game has anyways. The engine braking's too powerful. Like, and that shows, because like they've literally implemented this thing. And it was meant to be there, wasn't working effectively. Like even the stalls and shit, everything's, even just the way the car sits on its revs now at the start line is completely different. You'll notice the revs are completely different. Like, it's for the better. 100% for the better. People that, like, I mean, there's people that would be able to take advantage of such an incredibly high, you know, overpowered engine braking too, of where they get off the brakes and they're able to just fucking turn in and get straight back on the throttle and control it. I can't do it. I think it needs to be turned down a little. Like, whatever they've, like, and there was only 2 cars I noticed that when you loaded them on default, they were at 0. So every other car is 0.10, minus 0.10. There was 2 cars that were at 0. I think it was the Alpine. I think it was the ones without the wings. Or maybe the Alpine and the Toyota. They had complete, and then the number that you could reduce it to, plus or minus, was a lower number too, a lower total. So they've got different systems going on entirely. I can't explain it all. I don't understand them all. I didn't do the research. I just looked into like I said, the game, what the game had done. I wasn't going to do a whole video explaining ICE and how it's meant to work when it's something that I would have been fucking learning about myself. Like, I'm trying to like identify what it's doing in the game and go from there. Like, but it is a whole thing that you need to wrap your head around. And I think they're trying to implement it, but I think it's a bit too powerful. That's all. So it just needs to be nerfed a little. The cars drive fine. They're snappy in all the ways they should be. Braking's awesome. The temperatures are a vital part of them now. They just need to change how powerful the engine braking is, good or bad, either way. And even the factor of which you can scale it up or down. If they just reduce it overall, rather than going to 100, it goes to 25, you know, and like whatever rating they have it at like -1 is like a fucking -1 on a 25 scale. So it would instantly be less powerful. That's all. But I don't know enough about it. Don't know anyone that does, as I said in the video. I think the only people that really do are the people that design, race, and build the cars. The fans that know that much about them, fucking, you know that much, you should go get a degree and be involved, bro. People sitting at home playing video games, you know that much about cars. You should be involved with cars. Straight up. Anyways, we're done, because I'm gonna, like I said, I'm going to be back in 4 hours. Got V8 supercars in 4.5 hours, 7 p.m. tonight. I think the lobby opens at 7 and the race will be half hour later. I'll be back for that. Jump on a little bit earlier. I might hit John up, see if he wants to practice it again before we get started. Thai Motorsport. Canadian Thai Motorsport. And then, yeah, tomorrow I'll spend like an hour or two single player, like just lapping time trial type shit. Trying to refine some setups. And if people want me to have an individual look at an LMD, we can. I mean, even any other cars, the NGTs, people are still claiming to have problems with them. We'll go from there and then do some lobbies afterwards. And then weekends, we'll probably just outright smash lobbies. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't watched the LMD video yet, go watch it. It'll explain a lot. As I said, it's in layman's terms. And it's probably, I mean, I think it's full anyways. I think they've got more than the number signed now. And then even last week, they had 26 show up for one of the races. I think, well, I had 26 connected. I think we actually had more than that, 28, 29 meant to go in. I don't know, though. You'd have to hit up Kenty, bro. You'd have to hit him up. He's on Twitch and TikTok. Kenty TV or Kenty TTV, something like that. Shane Kenty. Look him up on Facebook. I think he's on Facebook too. You'd have to speak to him, bro. I'm not the guy. All right. What's going on, Ren? But yeah, I'll be back later, guys. 4 or 5 hours, all right? V8 supercars. I'll see you then, and if not, we'll be back for more of this tomorrow. Have a good one, dudes.